And we back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James, where I am here to give my honest opinion or review while trying to watch my mouth. Not gonna happen in this video, but that's all right. We live to fight another day. Joining me as always is my girl, Mrs. Best. Y'all say what's up to her.
Hello, hello, hello. Share the video, like the video, tell a friend.
Yes, y'all, we are back. Thank you guys for joining us. This is an updates video. I haven't done one in a little bit of a while. It's been probably about a month or so. So we are excited to, give y'all the updated news, especially because it relates to my channel in so many different ways. Either I have, a show that whomever we're talking about is on, or Mrs. Best does a review on the topic. So we both do the topics here, and I'm just going to break them off on my channels. So we're going to start with Real Housewives of Potomac, because you guys know the ladies are coming back October 8th. They will be back on Bravo, and they just released their cast photo. And I just made Mrs. Best watch the trailer before we joined you guys live. It was definitely understated. I don't think I'm going to be amused. You guys know last season was so dry. There was nothing that was likable. It was crazy up until the very last episode where Mia threw like this whole bomb on everybody and her husband's issue, which looks like from the trailer, we're going to get a whole bunch of those issues. But the season here, we have the ladies, as you guys can see, or maybe y'all don't care. We know that a lady is missing from the arrangement. Yes, Robin Dixon is not here. She was fired last season, which was, I jumped up for joy. And we know that Candace Diller Bassett has decided to quit the show, so she's also not here. So we have replaced them. Now, I've already broken down that Kiana, which is, she kind of cut off, a little bit to the right there next to Ashley, but she has joined the full-time house, as a full-time housewife. You guys know she was notorious for her fight with Ashley's friend Deborah, during Ashley and Giselle's G&A fashion show. Which, for old time's sake, let's look at G&A's website. Let's see if they were able to get more apparel out, because they said the clothing line was coming out this spring. Let's see if, just for old time's sake, if they have any updates. Mrs. Best, do you think G&A is up and running and has a full apparel line yet?
No, hell no. I ain't stupid.
So here's the same old website, same old pictures, same old 6 little items. Let me go to the catalog so y'all don't think I'm being shady. And here we have it. G&A, you got a hat, a hoodie, a beanie, some socks, a t-shirt, and a beater shirt. That's free right now. I don't know if they know this, but that's $0. So I can get, oh, never mind. When you click on, when you click on it, now it's 32. I'm going to go back so y'all can see this. I wasn't bullshitting. That's $0 right there. But when you click on it, it's $32. Y'all better talk to y'all tech people. So we know that ain't gonna be their storyline for next season. At least I hope not, because I'm gonna read them for filth if it is. I'm ready for it. And so let's dissect everybody's look here. Oh, Jim Bunny joined us. Oh my gosh. Hey, Jim Bunny. That tired and through website, child. Who is the tech support? Who knows? They probably fired them because tech support people cost these days, and if you ain't producing, ain't no point in keeping them on your payroll. I'm just saying. But let's look at the ladies. Everybody looks nice. I don't know why Mia chose to wear a different color green than what we're seeing here. My favorite look is Wendy.
It looks like they're all in different shades of green. Mia's is just the lightest.
Hi, Naya. Thank you for joining us, love. We've missed you. Thank you for coming back. We appreciate you. What is the new lady's name to the left of Giselle? I can't remember her name. I love her dress. Giselle looks nice.
Karen looked drunk and like she got on makeup and didn't feel like doing it.
Ashley looks okay too.
Who?
Ashley, she looks okay.
I like big hair on Ashley. It works better, but I don't like Ashley, and I don't know why she's still on this show.
Right, because Ashley ain't gay since season 2. So I don't know what she's still doing here. Just to be messy, they need an old messy one in there. So that's what she gives. Um, I don't know if I like Karen's look or not.
It's not good. It's just not. I don't know. It doesn't fit her body or something.
Yeah. I think Mia looks nice. I just don't like the hair. I feel like once she should have did an updo. That's first thing. Secondly, that color on her is not flattering at all. I don't like the color. She's a beautiful woman. I just don't understand why she would go with that texture of blonde. So I don't know. I don't like Mia's look. So I would say Wendy's my favorite, and my least favorite, I'm gonna give it to Mia just because she looks awkward there. Looks like an awkward picture. So I don't think she gave it. Wendy looks statuesque right there. Love everything about it. And then my second runner up, I'm actually going to give it to Giselle because I think Giselle looks great. So that's shocking coming from me because Giselle usually don't bring it at all. So Wendy's best dress for me, and Giselle I'll give second runner up. How do you feel about the ladies? Not Teddy Perkins. Oh, Jim Butt.
I'm gonna give best dress to Wendy. Wendy knows how to kill it. She does. She does really well with dressing. As for a runner up, I'll give it to the chick all the way to the left.
I forgot her name. She's a newbie. I don't remember her. Stacy. Yes, that's her name. So yeah,
I'll give it to Stacy. She looks really nice. Her hair matched her dress. Makeup worked. The butterfly ring was a nice touch. Everybody looks beautiful, though. I think this is the best the cast has looked as a whole, really, since they've been around. I like how everyone looks. But I really need them to get rid of Karen. I need them to get rid of Ashley. I need them to get rid of Giselle and just leave some of the newbies. I'm kind of over the OGs of this show.
Because they don't give and they rely too much on the other people's storylines. Like for me, I wish they would have got rid of Giselle, and I wish they would have gave Aneka another chance. I do. For some, even though
Aneka can stay where she is, what she did to the culture was not okay. It was not okay at all. It was not okay.
You don't think she could? You don't think she could redeem herself?
No, that girl was thirstier than thirsty. I'm trying to get pregnant, but I'm drinking champagne. Like, no, she can stay where she's at. Her and her stiff half-limb wigs.
Okay, well, Mrs. Best has spoken, y'all.
All right. Thank you, J Bunny. Absolutely not. No, thank you.
I just wanted her to redeem herself, is all. She wasn't bad. She just needed to be redeemed, is all. But yes, y'all, we gonna see. I am recapping Real Housewives of Potomac, as you guys know, is on my channel. So we will be doing Real Housewives of Potomac in October when we get back. She trying to vow with that Wendy. Yeah, she was. She was terrible. I was like, come on, Aneka. Like that was terrible. It's been a while since a cohesive cast pick was taken. Real Housewives of Potomac is reaching hard this season. They know we waiting for the shoe to drop. Even still, I feel like this season, based on the trailer, did not look like it was going to give. It just looked boring to me. I watched it twice, and I was like, there's nothing that stood out to me. The only thing I'm really curious about is the other two, Kiana. I'm curious to see what her marriage life is like. And then Stacy, I'm curious to see what's going on with this relationship. And he looked like he full of shit already. So I can't wait to see what that unravels to be. So yeah, I'm curious to see about the newbies. The oldies can go. Really, they can. I don't really see the point. It's not given, but I will support the reviews. Oh, Joe Buddy, thank you. Yeah, because this is one of the shows I go in on everybody. everybody gets an equal opportunity to go in. If you do something wrong, I'm gonna call you out. If you do right, I'll treat you right. But this, I don't really like the Potomac ladies. I don't. I loved them the first couple of seasons, with the exception of Charisse. But after a while, they all started to get on my nerves at one point. So
I agree. I
yeah,
agree. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. I feel this a lot of the Housewives series are struggling. I'm going to cover Miami on my channel, but I feel the same way about their cast as you do about this one. Like I don't really like any of them. So we
yeah.
shall see.
Yeah, I liked them more the first couple seasons. Um, Giselle didn't bother me too much, and I really liked it. See, season 3 was my favorite when they brought Candace in. Because Candace, when she was going at Charisse, I was jumping up and down and laughing. I said, yes, finally someone's doing it. Dr. Nicole left my hand. Uh-oh. Is she? I don't even know. I don't remember. The only person I know is Larsa. That's the only person I know. But I am going to review it with Mrs. Best. I am going to, whenever she decides to pick it up, because I did New Jersey. She's doing Love and Marriage Detroit for me, you guys. So I have to return the favor and do Real Housewives of Miami. We'll see. Yeah, I'm scared, but we'll see. And it was crazy. I used to live there, so it's going to be crazy for me to rewatch that, saying I've been there, I've been there, I've been there, because I would see them like all the time. So we'll see. Next thing we got to talk about is some RHOA news. So let me go ahead and share my screen with y'all, because this one took me for a surprise. Not really, but yeah, really. So this is the story, y'all. Portia Williams granted huge victory in ongoing divorce case against Simon Guobadia. The court does not find married and husband's argument. A new judgment in Williams' divorce reads. In the latest ruling in the case, the court granted Williams her request to quash Guobadia's subpoena and request for a videotape deposition of her employer, True Entertainment, along with a motion for a protective order. A judge also denied Guobadia's emergency motions regarding discovery and awarded Williams attorney's fees and expenses of litigation to be paid by Guobadia. The filing also pertains to their prenuptial agreement. According to the docs, Guobadia argues that wife's desire to return to reality television or employment in the future constitutes a non-disclosure of material fact and misrepresentation that renders the prenuptial agreement unenforceable. Addressing Guobadia's claims that Williams agreed to be a stay-at-home mom and wife during their marriage and forego her career, the court found that to be invalid. I don't know how he thought that was going to work, but okay. The court did not find merit in his argument, and as the court finds that wife has been a reality TV celebrity for years, which was well known to husband at the time of negotiating prenuptial agreement, and husband nevertheless married wife for this knowledge. After starring on Bravo's Real Housewives of Atlanta for seasons 5 through 13, Williams left in September 2021, 4 months after they announced their engagement. In May 2021, earlier this year, it was announced that she will be returning for the upcoming 16th season. In the couple's prenuptial agreement, it states that its central purpose is to avoid contest and expensive litigation, including the costly and potential intrusive discovery processes as an event of dissolution occurs. The ruling reads that the court finds it undisputed by both parties that the prenuptial agreement at issues in this case was negotiated by the parties, very competent lawyers over a year length of time, and included the exchange of financial disclosures such as the issue of fraud, mistake, misrepresentation, and duress are clearly addressed in multiple provisions of the prenuptial agreement. Essentially, the crux of husband's argument could have been explicitly contained within the four corners of the parties' prenuptial agreement, and it was not. It continued. So that's all I'm gonna read, because I feel like that's no major victory. We do know that Portia is still filming in the house. We do know that she still has the Rolls Royce. I see it on her Instagram all the time. And I don't know. Can they just divorce and be done at this point? Like, is that too much to ask, Mrs. Best?
It wasn't even married long enough to be arguing like that. Like, I don't know. It's annoying and it's offensive. I've been married 12 years. Like, a divorce would not be easy. No. And divorce is never easy. But these fools they weren't even married 5 years. So it really is easy in court. The only reason it's difficult, it seems, is because he keeps fighting for stuff. It does seem like Portia is trying to just divorce and be done, but he doesn't want that because with everything going on with himself, he has a lot more to lose. So I don't care. I agree with Naya's comments. The RHOA ladies stay in long divorces. Hire some damn housewives. I never cared that Portia left, and I don't understand why she's back, but I don't care either. Here's the thing: hire some new housewives who are actual housewives who don't want to act a fool because it could impact their husband's company or next business deal. Find some of those, but I'm tired of this cast. They need a reboot badly.
I'm gonna tell y'all, Bravo in that call center. RHOA better give like it ain't never gave. And I'm talking about season 1, season 2 epitome of Real Housewives of Atlanta. They better give just as well as those first 2 seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta gave. Because if it's not, I'm hanging it up and I will drop the show after episode 1. It better give complete disarray. I better see the most foolishness I have never seen and be entertained completely. You hear me, Bravo, in that call center? Don't be playing with us now. We come on, we got you. Let's see what did Naya say. I agree. We need an amazing season. RHOA saying on divorces is a trend at this point. I don't understand that. If I want to be rid of somebody, I'm about to expedite my divorce. I'm not finna sit up here and be playing with you. I don't want to fight over anything. I just want to be free. You can have whatever it is you want as long as it ain't my personal shit. So, I'm just saying for me, so if you gifted me something, that is mine. So if Michael B. Jordan buy me a Rolls Royce, and then he decide that we're gonna go to a place. I expect him to let me keep my Rolls Royce because it was a gift. If you bought a house for us, I expect you to let me keep it and take only essentially what is yours. Because you can't just uproot my life and then take it back when you get mad at me because I don't agree to whatever it is we separated for in the first place. I'm just saying. That's just me personally. For other people, it may not be like that, but at the end of the day, I held up my end of the bargain. You need to hold up yours, and that's what we was looking at. Because she didn't file for divorce until it got exposed that he was on some fugazi shit. When the week before she filed for divorce, and I don't know. Maybe I'm reading the situation wrong. I don't know. I don't really care. But all I know is Bravo on that call center. Please do us a justice. This season better be great. That's all I'm gonna say. Anything you want to add, Mrs. Best, before we move on to the next session?
No.
Okay. So now that we got Real Housewives of Atlanta shows, I'm going to recap. The next thing we're going to talk about is not really Real Housewives of Beverly Hills drama, but it is pertaining to someone who was a friend of the show and somebody who makes news no matter where she goes, good, bad, or indifferent. It is not a good look for her for the next thing I am going to play. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and share my screen. Mrs. Best gonna be mad at me, but I love my best friend regardless. But I could not let this leave, and we had to talk about this. So Tiffany Haddish was at Fast New York Fashion Week, sitting next to Nikki Paris and Kathy Hilton. And Kathy Hilton, which we'll hear, dared her to do something that I don't think is the best thing she should have done in this moment. So let's go ahead and play it on screen and we'll watch this video together. Oh. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm not logged on the Instagram on my computer. So, so as you guys saw, Kathy Hilton dare Tiffany Haddish to walk the runway of New York Fashion Week, and Tiffany got up and did it. Now, a lot of y'all will probably say, well, James, what's wrong with that? Like, why would that be a big deal? And to be honest, I'm not a celebrity. I don't know. I don't know what would be wrong with that because I don't feel like maybe nothing was wrong with that. However, historically and logically, that is still a business venture for a lot of fashion designers to get their new material out there and in stores. This is what this is for. This is completely a business venture, and a lot of fashion designers take that event very seriously. So it doesn't behoove them to see an actress who has negative and positive, but more negative press about her running the walkway and interrupting a show that is completely professional and business for them. I think that that was in poor taste to do. And at the end of the day, if they retract her from showing up next year, I wouldn't be surprised because that's what they can do. They can actually exclude her from the event. And will we be mad at Kathy Hilton? No, I won't be because Tiffany shouldn't have did it. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like we can't let people make bigger fools of us than ourselves because there's no way she should have did that. So, Mrs. Best, what is your opinion on Kathy Hilton daring Tiffany Haddish to walk the runway, and she actually did it?
I really don't see it as a big deal. Kathy Hilton has been seen in public daring people to do goofy things before. She's kind of weird and quirky, as we saw in The Housewives of Beverly Hills. Tiffany Haddish is always doing something somewhat inappropriate or politically incorrect, uh, including jokes with her stand up. So I wasn't surprised by any of it. Uh, it's pretty much it. Uh, I'm sure maybe people are like, oh, that's Kathy Hilton. She was trying to kiss her ass, but Kathy Hilton is not known in the comedic industry. She is attached to hotels and a reality show, not movies and all of that. So, you know, right. They was probably not sober, and I feel like that's more so what it was, which happens at events. I don't think it was that big of a deal. Uh, but Tiffany Haddish is always doing something strange, in my opinion.
I just don't want because I think Tiffany Haddish is very talented, and I love the positive attributes that she has did with her own personal community, with buying, complexes and housing people and doing all the great things that she does for the community. I would hate for something else at the expense of someone else to ruin her image, and that's kind of my
I
point
mean,
with
but
this.
did you miss the whole thing when she was with the issue with Palestine and the war that's going on between them and how people are discussing and talking about Jewish people? People were protesting, and Haddish went and supported a side that most people did not view as the victim in the situation. So she had already dealt with being canceled and other stuff. So that's why I say I don't think that anybody would be surprised that she's acting a fool or doing something that is in poor taste or, agreeing to something like that at this type of event because she has literally been in the press constantly for like the past 2 to 3 years pissing off the public and getting canceled over and over again. So that's why I say it's not surprising to me that she behaved that way. If those who don't believe me, just Google Tiffany Haddish. She's been in some stuff. So I'm not surprised anymore. And she kind of has impacted her image. And then at one point she had a scandal about speaking about something that has to do with child molestation and things like that. She made a joke about that publicly like a year and a half ago and got canceled. So she has just been on like this rampage, it seems, since she broke up with Common, where she keeps saying and doing things that are inappropriate and not okay. And that's why None of this like surprised me. I was like, oh, here she goes. This was mild compared to what she usually does.
No, it was mild, but I just hope that they're not going to do anything. I would hate for something like this for them to like to retract an invitation to, Fashion Week when she's sitting front. Like I would hate for something for her to suffer any repercussions based on someone else's dare to her. Like I just really feel like I wouldn't have done that. I'd be like, no, I can't do this. Like I'm here for business. Like I wish she would have stood more in solidarity where she's being more image conscious. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And I feel like, I'm not surprised at Kathy Hilton. I'm not, because we see her do this on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where she is quirky. So, and I love Kathy, y'all. Don't get me wrong. I love Kathy Hilton. But I kind of feel like, this is one of those situations where Black people, we need to stop being such fools sometimes. That's all I'm going to say. But, that's it. That's all I wanted to share. I know Mrs. Best really didn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to talk about it because it pissed me off. But yeah. The next thing we're going to talk about is something else Mrs. Best ain't going to want to talk about. But this is another show that she recaps on her show. So
what are you talking about? What? I don't care. I said if you want to talk about it, talk about it. But that's why I wasn't surprised, because she's been doing and getting canceled on and off for years.
No, I'm just playing with you.
She's not for anybody right now, that lady. I'm not surprised. But what else is there that I don't want to talk about, Negro?
These fools right here.
Oh, Jesus, help me, God.
There's one more thing after this, and then we done.
Somebody give me some holy water.
Right. Somebody get me something. But let me go ahead and start the video over. And we're going to talk about these two fools here.
And that's what we do. We work as a team, I get beat up a lot, but it is what it is.
What about for you, Rashida? Because you put us through some things, okay? So what is that for you on your allegedly?
Okay, so what was the question again?
What's your secret to stay happily married after all these years?
You know what? I think with Kirk and I is more, I hate to even say this because people just talk so much, but it's the communication and really like understanding each other, because over time, just because you're married to somebody doesn't mean you really know them like you should or understand them like you should. And throughout years, I guess for us, because we've been together for such a long time, you evolve and change in life as you get older. So understanding each other and being open to that, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then most of anything, really communicating with each other and just being real with each other.
Do you have to like relive certain things that are like when you shoot Love and Hip Hop and then it airs, and then are you like mad all over again? Like right now, their whole jazz last night.
Oh yeah, listen. I tell you, I just told somebody, listen, the Kirk that was filming 9 years ago ain't the Kirk that's filming now, because 9 years ago I was new, 3 years in. I could take a lot. Now it's like, I'm not really ready for what comes with it, but she's the artist. I was the label. We didn't even tell people we were married in the industry until 10 years later. So it's like a gift and a curse, but it's a blessing. But you know what else? The woman I married 25 years ago, 5 years, 10 years changes, and then 15 years it changes. So do I. So you have to learn how to deal with the more mature and different needs. Her needs are not the same when she was 25 years younger.
What are your needs now?
I like buildings and stuff and houses.
Buy her stuff.
It used to be hash browns at the Waffle House.
Well, I guess if you like it, I love it.
She said herself it's a business arrangement.
Right.
I just get the feeling that Rashida like girls and Kirk like boys.
Oh, okay. So, Lil Scrappy decided he gonna respond to the Shade Room's post. And we gonna have to see what Lil Scrappy has to say about this. So he stepped in to say this. Hold on, let me make sure the sound is on this time.
They ain't never leaving Kirk. Like that is, I talked to Rashida and Yandy last night. Them ain't never leaving them, man. They real women. Real women don't leave their men, at all. Cause they know what? They know the future. The future is go far and beyond these weak weak they leave they want to be on their own. They think they strong. Okay, be strong. You feel what I'm saying? Be on your own. Raise all your kids. Do everything. Yeah.
I'm so glad it cut off. I'm so glad it cut off.
Raise all your kids. Shut up, Scrappy.
Right. Because that sounds crazy as hell. First
So
of all,
basically, we just supposed to stick by you while you betray us, expose our children to negative and toxic fucking values and beliefs, break hearts, put me in stress, raise up blood pressure. I'm supposed to go through all of that while raising your kids, stay with you, and still giving you some, even though you done been with half the community. I'm not letting you throw my pH off. Talk about that's what a real woman is. A real woman stands up for what she deserves and believes in. And if that man ain't treating you right, mind you, I'm married myself. But if that man ain't treating you right, you put his ass the fuck out.
I don't know.
What? Scrappy, Mama D, come get your boy and lock him in the basement of the palace, please.
I just don't understand how we using Yandy and Rashida as poster women just because they stay with they no good ass men. And they're gonna be glorified for that.
If your man had you and another woman pregnant at the same time, you just cannot be a poster child.
Right. You can't, like, come on, that sounds crazy as hell. First of all, you have one man over here who had cheated on national TV and then brought a baby into this world, bring that baby mama on the TV show that we making money on to make me look crazy. But she's supposed to forgive that because that's a real woman. And then we have the other woman over here who stood beside a man who was in prison for 5 to 6 years, taking in all of his children, pretty much making sure he got everything he needed. And then when he comes out, he has to get readjusted to life and she has to suffer those repercussions. But they're supposed to stick with these. That's a crazy message to put out there about saying how these are real women and that they, stick beside their men and they don't just leave them because they step out or they go to prison or they don't do. That's crazy as hell. Because what you're essentially saying is that women shouldn't value themselves and they should just put up with whatever a man gives them because the men are the precious things.
That's what he wants for Imani. That's what he wants for Imani because she's a woman and and you speak it for your daughter too. So
right, and knowing that if a man did your daughter this way, you would not be here for it. Come on.
This is exactly why Rashida and Kirk need to go and why this show don't need to be on MTV. Because this is like disgusting. You got some people who think it's okay, and then you idolize the Scrappies and the Kirks and the freaking Nick Cannons. And it's just a hot mess express. Like nobody's being held accountable. Rashida's not, and neither is Scrappy, neither is Kirk, neither is Bambi. All these people just act a damn fool and stress me out every week. Be sure to tune in on Wednesday.
Yes, be sure to tune in on Wednesdays. We do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on Mrs. Best channel. Make sure you subscribe. Her information is in my description box. But that was crazy to me. When I heard that,
Naya's right. He's a community pappy, Naya.
Absolutely. And I'm sorry, y'all. Like, as somebody who does date men, I'm sorry. No, you're not treating me like this. Sorry. Under no circumstances. If I have to come correct in a relationship, so do you. You do not get no exemption because you have a big ass name. No one cares about that at the end of the day. So that was foolishness if I ain't never heard of foolishness in my life. Because, one thing I will say about Bambi, she ain't put up with no fuck shit. She got the fuck on when she, at the first sign of it. She may not have learned it the first time or second time, but she got the hell on eventually. So
she was a side chick though. So,
but still, she was still his wife.
Goes around, comes around. Hey.
But I'm just saying, like, she had common sense to leave. Like, women, don't make men like. Look, I know a lot of women love him and think he fine or whatever the shit is. But women, know your values. Real marriages, men do not put you through this. Men don't have babies outside of you once you're married. Men don't go out there and go to prison and shit like that, and make foolish decisions on your behalf and expect you to still stay with them. But if the shoe were reversed, he doesn't know if he would stay with you if you went to prison. Come on, men, real men don't operate like that. So, that was crazy to hear. Man, Lord Jesus, he just sending us men back. Like, damn. Because you basically saying women just have to deal with fuck shit and that's just what it is. No, women, you can always do better. And you know what? I'm going to say it like this. Black women, start dating outside your race. Start dating outside your race. I don't care what some black man told you. Start dating outside your race. Make a fast majority. Cast the net. Make it vast. Get a man that treats you right. And you know, all the men come on in. Like, just if he treats you right, it don't matter what color, what he look like, what he's done. If he is there and 110% in your corner and doesn't have any type of fuck shit going on, no side chicks, no nothing, no prison, be with him. And don't care about what the black man says about you being with somebody outside your race, because black men do it. You should do it too, because they're not coming correct. And I feel for all y'all ladies. I do that have to deal with bullshit like Yandy and Rashida, and then want people like Lil Scrappy to glorify that shit. There's nothing glorified about Yandy and Mendices. There's nothing glorified about Kirk and Rashida. If anything, that teaches me that I don't want to be married if I have to look at examples like that. That's all I got to say. Anything else you want to add, Mrs. Best, before we end the live?
I'm sick of these people.
Right. But once again, y'all, we review Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on Mrs. Best channel. That comes on. We do that on Wednesday. So we will see y'all Wednesdays for the foolishness. And we once again thank you guys for being here. If you missed anything, we did the Braxtons season 1, episode 6 earlier. I did an unpopular opinion about Don Richard versus Diddy. And then now we have the updates video where Housewives Potomac is coming back October 8th. I will be reviewing that on my channel. We talked about Portia. We got a lot done this Saturday. I'm very blessed and very happy. Tomorrow is going to be Love and Marriage Huntsville and Love and Marriage Detroit. So you guys do not want to miss it. I'm actually going to go watch the episodes now. Or actually, no, it's only Love and Marriage Detroit. Love and Marriage Huntsville is on a hiatus. My bad, y'all. My mind and doing this is hard. So we only have Love and Marriage Detroit tomorrow. So I'm going to go watch that in a few minutes. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have a great rest of the weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Mrs. Best, for being here. I appreciate you, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.